In this week's episode of Working with Evernote, we are going to create an exercise and diet program. Hello and welcome to episode 54 or maybe 55 of my Working with Evernote series. And in this week's episode, I want to take you through a way that you can create a exercise and diet program using a note that you can create in Evernote to design a program that works for you. Now, this has come about because over the last couple of months, I have been lazy. Well, I've been lazy with exercise. I've let it drop. I haven't been exercising properly, and I've gained a few unwanted kilograms. So, as of Monday next week, I'm going to restart my exercise program. It's going to be one of my focused project tasks, and I need to have a sheet where I can record and monitor what I am doing. And what I want to do is create a note that will keep all this information in one place. So I'm going to show you how to create that note, and I'm going to go straight into Evernote to show you right now. Okay, let's create a new note, and I'm going to create that in my inbox. So here we go. And I'm going to open, I'm going to drag this. Can I drag this? I want to drag this. Let's open this note up on its own window. It'll just make it easier. So let's create it exercise and diet plan 2017. I always put a year in there because it just makes it easier to find. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to create a table with 3 columns, and I want 7 rows. Now, as you will notice, the default on this quick drop down menu is going to give you 6, but there is a way around this. If you click into the bottom one and hit the control and then click, you can actually go down to tables and then insert row below, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to insert row below, and now you'll notice that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. However, what I want to do is I want to create a title column. So we can go to the top one and I can control click, go down to table, and let's insert a row above. There we go. So now we have 8, and what I'm going to put in here is the day, and then tab, and then exercise, and then tab, and then diet. Okay, so what I can do now is if I highlight that row, I can actually make that a center line. So there we go, we've created a center align there, and I'm going to bold these. So again, I'm going to highlight them all across like that, and I'm going to click on bold. You can, of course, if you wish, change their color, any color you like. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep this nice and simple, black and white. So let's get rid of my color chart. Okay, so first of all, we're going to type in Monday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday. Actually, if you're going to be viewing this on the mobile device, what I'd do is I'd suggest that you just type in the shorter versions of the day of the week, simply because, well, you'll see what I mean when we actually do this. So I'm going to just get these dates in. So, oh dear, once again, I'm having trouble spelling. There we go. Hang on. There we go. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So what you can then do is you can actually move the column across, because obviously you don't need much time. And again, if you want to, you can actually center those days of the week as well. Okay, let's now move into the exercise. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this, because my exercise routine is actually quite simple. So I'm going to type in weights, shoulders on Monday, because that's what I would do. Wednesday is weights, general. Friday, I'm going to do weights, chest. Now, this is actually a code for me. I do, because I run, which is what I'm going to put in now, I go running on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and I go a long run on a Sunday. So for me, for those of you guys who are fitness into fitness, you're going to notice that there's no leg work here. Although general, I do leg work in my general and abdomens in this area. This is not really an exercise program, but this is actually how I would do my exercise program. Saturday would be a rest day. And remember, this is because I've been lazy over the last couple of months and I've got a bit of catching up to do. So Monday would be weights and it would be shoulders. Wednesday would be weights general, which would include abdominals and legs. And Friday would be weights and the chest. Saturday would be my rest. And Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday would be running. Now, that's the easy part because I know my exercise program. I've been doing it for a long time. Now, diet would actually mean you have two options here. You can either put your diet into the full breakfast, lunch and dinner. So you could do breakfast and you can type in, well, for me it would be a banana plus egg plus toast. That would be my breakfast. I could then do lunch, which would be half chicken breast plus apple. And then I could do dinner, which would be 1 chicken breast plus carrots. This is actually my diet. So I could do it this way and that would be absolutely fine. You could also do it another way and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. What I would do, by the way, is I would bold these ones to make this easier. And actually this is a weights day, so for dinner I would have 2 chicken breast. Running would be pretty much the same. Remember, I've got quite a few kilograms to lose. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it. And I know that actually because on a running day I would only eat 1 chicken breast for lunch. Wednesday would be the same, so I can type in there. That's going to be a weights day. Thursday would be a running day, so I'm going to put that one in there. I didn't copy, so I'll put 1. This would be a second one, so 2. Rest. Actually, I made a mistake. Friday is my day off from dieting. Because I couldn't do this every single day. So this is going to be pizza and chocolate. Yes. Saturday we'll be back onto my regular diet. Actually, I don't know, for 1, unless I'm going out for dinner with somebody. And then running would be 1 chicken breast. So you could do it this way if you wish. And that's perfectly okay. Again, what I would do is try and get these up, shorten these up a little bit like that. So we've got, you've got now a nice schedule all placed in there, which includes your exercise and your diet, and you put it into a chart. Now, what I would actually do myself is down here, this is the alternative for your diet. You could type diet, and then you could actually have 3 or 4 different diets. Oh dear, 3 or 4 different diets written in here. So you could say diet 1, and then you could list, let's say we're going to put breakfast, lunch and dinner, and then I could do diet 2, and I could change that and say have like 1 chicken breast there, for example. And then in these boxes, all I need to do is write diet 1, for example. So there's one way of doing it. Now, what I would also do, if you remember in the introduction, I said I wanted one note that would actually be able to give me a way of monitoring how my exercise is doing. So what I would actually do is I would also have a weight tracker. Now, for those of you who haven't followed this series completely, I have an application called Drafts. Now, Drafts allows me to append notes with different information. So I could have starting weight, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Starting weight, thank you. I'm about 85 kilograms at the moment, and my goal is to get back down to 80. Starting weighting, no, starting weight, ending weight, 80 kg. So what I would then do is I would have the date, and then I would put in, say, 85.00 kg, and then on Monday or Friday or whenever I actually do it, I would use drafts to append to this note. So those of you who do have drafts, I strongly recommend, I'll put a link to the note that the video that I have that actually gives you the details on how to create a drafts recipe, if you like, for using with Evernote. And I'll put a link of that in the notes because it saves me having to go through it all over again. So that's really what I would do. Now remember, for those of you who are going to use drafts with this, make sure whatever it is that you're tracking with drafts is actually at the bottom, because you're going to append. You can of course do the reverse, but it prepend a note, but that would make things a little bit more complicated. So weight tracker, I'm going to append, and I'm going to set that up in my drafts application on my iPhone so that I can actually track that much easier. But make sure that is at the bottom of the note. So there you go. You can of course, if you wish, use the exercise and put in a lot more detail if you wish. But remember, this for me is to lose 5 kilograms over the next month or 2 months. I'm not really too bothered as long as by the time we hit July, my weight is back down to my regular 80 kilograms. Okay, hopefully you found this useful. Just one more thing, you can actually decorate this as much as you like. There's all sorts of things that you can do with this, and please have as much fun playing around with the tables. I'm just keeping mine nice and simple, but of course you can actually bold things, you can color things, you can do whatever you like with this note to make things stand out a little bit more. And of course, if you wish, you can actually put a line here. If you just put a line in, I can just click on this icon here up at the top, line, and that will then mean that my monitoring goes down here. So entirely up to you how you organize this note, but you can keep everything in Evernote and then move this note. I'll show you how to do that now. You can move this note into your favorites or your shortcuts like that, and then it's so easy to pick up whether you're on a mobile device or you're using your computer. Okay, sorry about this one being a little bit long, but I hope you found it useful. I now just wish you all a very productive week, and I will see you in the next episode.